Welcome back to the video number 3. I'm going to rewind a little bit today. Probably should have done more of an introduction on video 1 on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and just cover that sort of side of things. So 2022, I think it was sort of my first competitive show season. 2020 started the gym properly, got a proper coach, was taken on by George Wild, who's now my boss. And we did a photo shoot, fell in love with the process, learned how to train, how to eat, learned how to do everything right effectively. And for probably about 10 years, I was doing that wrong. So transitioned into an actual show prep, went into an off season first, spent 18 months there growing maybe 15 to 20 kilo of muscle and probably some fat as well. And then when we felt that it was time, pulled the plug on the off season, went straight into I think it was a 16, maybe it was 18-week prep for a PCA and a Two Bros show. Got 3rd place in the PCA and then 2 second places in a Two Bros regional show. So decided to, at that point, jump across to Jake Watts at AMP. And then we did another off season. We did it was probably close to up to a year. And then I decided last minute on holiday I wanted to do another show, so I picked a Pure Elite show as a warm-up show, and then the Two Bros show, the end of year show, so probably the toughest lineup of the year, and we decided let's try our hat in that. So in that I actually got 3rd place, and that's kind of lit my fire again. So that's why I call this the all or nothing season. This is potentially could be the last year competing if this year doesn't go to plan. So it is all or nothing. I'm putting everything into this prep. Absolutely everything's going into this prep, and if I don't get what I want this year and the results aren't good, then it's probably time to call it a day. So I've put in, that's a good 4 years now of graft. So if that's not enough, then I will just follow Christy around and live vicariously through her shows and through her competition. She's a lot younger than me. I'm just getting older and grayer every day. So that's sort of my reasons, my motivations for competitions. I didn't really like the posing to start with, but a big shout out to Faye, Posed by Faye, PBF. Kind of got me to almost find a flow that I didn't know existed, got into the posing. Still a lot of work to do as my physique has developed and changed and got thicker and more dense over the last 12 months. We have to now adapt that style of posing to fit the category, to favour the sort of, it's all illusions in bodybuilding, so to favour my physique and twist in the right angles and show and showcase what I've built. So in the last video I was showing you my morning routine. Today we're going to show you what happens when we get to the gym for a pull session. So start with a bit of warm-ups, bit of stretching, jump on the treadmill, normally try and get 2,000 to 3,000 steps boxed off before my training partner arrives. So that's Ben, he's been in the last couple of videos. The guy that's who never ages, the one that wears the cap, so that's Ben Duke. Today we've also got Rio Garcia coming in, who's one of my clients that I am currently taking through an off-season, ready for a PCA show in October. I think we're doing that, and then he's going to compete as a Pure Elite Pro in the last show of the year. So yeah, I'm really excited to see where he's up to. I obviously see him on check-ins and I see him sometimes in the gym training, but it's nice to get him under the lights in the posing room and see what he's looking like. And we've just gone through a mini cut phase, and we'll chat about that when Rio gets here, and we'll get a bit of his feedback into how his off season's gone. He's had a lot going on, personal life, so keeping him on track and keeping him accountable. One thing's been consistent all the way through, through the hard times, is the gym. It's kept him here, it's kept him grounded, it's kept him working hard, and I'm sure he'll talk about that himself when he gets here. But what we'll do today is we'll go through pull. This is Carrefour Gym again, where we were in the first video. They let me film in here. The second gym wasn't too keen on that. So yeah, we'll get into it, do some stretching, do some steps, wait for the guys to come, and then we'll run through that session. So this is how we normally start our mornings off. As you'll see up there, I've got the 2 girls, Christy and Lauren. Christy, the new wife, and her sister Lauren, both prepping for a Two Bros regional qualifier, 12 and a half weeks out now. And you'll see there's an empty Stairmaster there, which is normally occupied by the one and only George Wild, but he's at the Arnold's at the moment. So we're one down, but I come in, might not want to do steps, might not want to train. I come in, I see normally the 3 of them up there just, putting the work in, and yeah, keeps me motivated. Same as when I come in and I see Big Martin McDonald on the cross trainer trying to kill himself. Just trying to get those couple of grams of fat off. And here's big dog Rio himself. So now Rio's here, we'll just wait for Ben and then we'll get into it. Ben's got 13 minutes to get here, but we'll get some steps in. So today's cocktail, EAA's Gas Mark 10 pump. Big scoop of that. Strongest pump formula on the market, and the stimulant as well. The No Games one is the strongest, most potent pre-workout on the market. So get that in Rio so we get
that in me now, like. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on then. Come on. Squeeze.
In the pocket. Yep. Good. One more. Squeeze. Slightly different variation, challenging the lat again. Really challenges it in the short. So single arm cable row, again same cable stack, bench back a little bit more. Pulley right down in line with my arm. And you'll see now the contraction it gives.
Good, come on. Come on. Yep, good. Good, come on. Yes.
Calves on the boy. One.
Oh!
Good.
So I started with Danny back in September 2022. Just come off my birthday. All I did was drink and eat. So I was really big after I was done camping. So just decided, wanted to change my life. Gave Danny a message, and George actually. And I was like, I'm ready to get on this little fitness thing, give it a go, see where it goes from there. First goal was just to try and lose weight. And then Danny said, why don't you try for a photo shoot? Did a photo shoot, I think it was April last year. And then after seeing the results, I was like, Danny talked me into doing a competition. So signed up for Pure Elite in July last year. Did that, did 4 categories, came first in all 4 of them. So after that, decided, after watching Danny's show in November, I was like, I feel like I need a longer off season just to add some size on. Especially seeing people he's competed against, seeing obviously Danny and George and who they've competed against and who actually won the shows and everything. I was like, I need to put a bit more size on before I think about doing anything like PCA or anything like that. And obviously doing a pro show as well. So right now I'm 9 months into the off season, which is pretty good. Enjoying the food. Food's going up and up and up. So yeah, just enjoying it while I can before another prep starts.
So just moving on to lat pull down now, conventional standard grip. But just to run down through the sessions through the week. So I do 2 pull sessions, 2 push sessions, and a lower session with 2 rest days. Still no cardio on those rest days, which is perfect because I hate cardio. I'd rather do steps and eat less food, but for now, still no cardio in there. So it is made up across 2 weeks. So it's technically a 10-day split across 14 days with obviously the 2 rest days in there across the 2 weeks. So today is actually pull 2 in Carrefour. We have a pull 1 in Elite and a pull 1 in Carrefour. So there's 3 different pull sessions, all made up of different movements, different exercises, different rep ranges, just to try and challenge the muscles in various different ranges and on different machines, different resistances. Some of them are on pulleys, some of them are using free weights. Just like to keep things fresh as well. So this session, for example, I do this once every 2 weeks. So when it comes around to this session, I'm actually excited to do it. Whereas I find that if I do a 4-day or 5-day split, every Monday it's the same, every Tuesday it's the same, Thursday it's the same. So this one's really kept my engagement high. And also when you've got a 2-week gap in between it, if you progress across all the other ones, even by 1 rep, come back to this session and it's been 2 weeks, it might be 2 reps up or 3 reps up. So really enjoy that side of things as well. But we'll jump into lat pull down. Like I said, one of the other sessions, this one's conventional grip. The other one is sort of a neutral grip with the mag grip. So it's almost like a D handle. It's like the metal. It's one of these. Called a mag grip. So just again, it challenges a little bit more bicep and hits a little differently on the lats. But we'll get into this set, top set. Jump in at 81 kilo. And yeah, we're going for 8 to 10 on this one. So on to the 4th exercise, T-bar row. Normally I'd go a little bit heavier on this on pull 1, but that's because it's the 2nd exercise. So this is the 4th exercise and this will be technically working set number 7. So drop the weight, drop the ego, leave it at the door. Nice and controlled, slow reps, chest doesn't leave the pad. And yeah, just control the form. Don't want to see anyone, including Rio, ego lifting on this one. Tom Roberts. As I was saying at the start of the video, Ben's got the secret to aging. He's actually 7 years older than me. He's got the best hairline for his age. So exercise number 5, prone row or bent over row. So we used to do this with a barbell, but because I have a glass back and I'm a bit of a wimp when it comes to bent over movements, use the bench for a bit of support on that lower back. And I can lift heavier as well because the lower back doesn't give in then. So 11 last week, let's see what we can get. So your bend comes like all the way up and then pause as well as scapula's retracted. You weren't getting that high on it.
Yeah.
So a nice couple of variations of rear delts. So this is my favourite part of the session because really get those rear delts pumped and get that like full 3D look. So we'll start on a rear delt cable fly, and then we'll jump onto the reverse pec deck, and we pretty much do the same. 2 sets on here, 2 sets on there, 4 sets of volume in those rear delts, and they burn at the end, and you'll see they will be full. Push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. took a nice negative there at the end, so you'll see Rio pretty much lifted it, and I just really fought against it on the way back down. So I'm not going to count that in the logbook, but nice little negative rep, keep some tension on there. Probably an extra 4 or 5 seconds of time under tension on the muscle. So little tip there, if you've got a spotter, you struggle to get that last rep, get them to lift it up, and then you just control it and fight it on the way down. Let's go. So I'm going to finish off some hammer curls. Like to use a rope on these. There's another session which I do normal dumbbell hammers, but yeah, a little bit of a variation on the sort of stimulus and the resistance profile by using a cable stack. So we'll get into this, and they are pretty burning after that triple set of bicep curls. So let's go. So yeah, another session wrapped up, and another condition update. So is it 10 weeks now? 10 weeks out, and conditions coming in nicely. Had a little shave yesterday, so that always helps as well. Tan started to fade, which kind of counteracts the tan, and the shave obviously counteract each other, but definitely getting a little bit leaner. Scale weight sitting around 90 now. I was 93 2 weeks ago. So that's coming down nicely, although I did have a bit of an increase over the weekend. God knows why, probably Man United Liverpool game didn't help. So have sent the weight over to the coach, and Jake's replied, and it's making me feel like there's going to be a calorie drop today, which I'm all for. I know if it needs to happen, it needs to happen, so we'll bring that in today. I'll send the videos over now. We'll have a look at Rio, do some posing with Rio, and then hopefully catch the reply and see what changes are being made today. So this is Rio, pretty much peak off season. Just did a mini sort of tidy up. Calories were high over Christmas. There was a lot of off plans over Christmas, so we tidied up in the January, February, 6 to 8 weeks it was pretty much to pull the calories back. And yeah, he's responded really well. Hunger's and appetite in a really good place, and tightened up quite a little bit as well. So we can see a lot of definition, veins popping, legs have got lines in them. So really happy with current condition, especially at this point. So the idea is, or the goal is, October potentially for a show, and maybe November as well. Yeah, we'll confirm those closer to the time, but mental to think that this guy was quite overweight when he first started and won the transformation category and has gone from there. So I've just sent my check-in over to Jake, and he has replied with what I was expecting, which is a calorie drop. So rice in my main meal. My dinner meal's down 25 grams. My cream of rice pre-bed is down 10 grams. My post-workout is down 20 grams. And my rest day food is down 30 grams of cream rice. So it's quite a big drop, but needs be. You know, if it needs done, it'll be done. So I've actually swapped some of my foods around as well. Nothing crazy, but what we'll cover is on the full day of eating, we'll cover everything in there. But in the last video, I was eating Cocoa Pops or Cocoa Snaps pre and post workout. They have now been swapped for cream of rice. Again, it's still a rice-based carb source for easy digestion, and to be fair, it's primarily just down to Cocoa Pops don't fill me up anymore. 200 grams used to fill me, but now that's dropped to 150, and pre-workout is 100, so it's quite a bit of a drop. It's like a third of the bowl. So putting something in like cream of rice, which is highly volumized, will keep me fuller for longer and stop me craving certain things. And the amount of flavors and stuff we sell at gymsupplies.in is, you know, it's up there, and we have pretty much every brand on the market in terms of everything. So visit the website and get massive. So that's a wrap. That's pull day covered, check-in covered, Rio check-in covered, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next week.